In this video, I'll review a book that I've been using to help with my paintings. It's called How to Paint Like the Old Masters, and it's by a guy called Joseph Sheppard, published by Watson Guptill. I've been painting for a long time and I've bought a lot of books on painting techniques over the years. I've also paid for online courses and the like in an attempt to constantly improve my painting. Most books that I've read or courses that I've attended have in truth not been that great. However, some books really do help. Today I thought I'd give a review of one of the ones that has helped. The book starts off with some information on the basics. It goes through the kinds of colours you might want to use for portraits and nudes and flesh tones in general, and it explains how to make different painting mediums for oils. It then tells you other such useful basics about what types of painting surfaces to use and the like. On the subject of mediums and what to use, it explains how to use what the old masters most likely would have used when they painted. Some are quite elaborate. The book also explains the traditional ways in which a canvas can be prepared, with the likes of rabbit skin glue, gesso or oil grounds. Of course, it does mention the more modern ways too, like simply purchasing your canvas or boards pre-prepared. Caution is advised in the book when it comes to preparing some of these oils and mediums. Before diving into the methods of the past masters, there's a handy and simple guide to light and shade which I found useful too in this book. In my opinion, it's the most important subject when it comes to oil painting, or any type of painting for that matter. This little section is well worded and gives a walkthrough of how to add dark light and the midtones into your paintings. It's the techniques of the different artists where the book really shines though. The book shows a step-by-step run through of a different composition for each to showcase each old master. It covers Dürer, Titian, Veronese, Caravaggio, Rubens, Hals, Rembrandt and Vermeer. I took valuable lessons from each of the compositions that are painted in this book. My own technique broadly coincides with the pages on Titian. I love the simplicity of Titian's technique and tend to stick with that for most of my own paintings. It's a simple book, but thorough, and puts its point across very clearly, I think. There are others in the series which deal with anatomy and drawing the forms of the human body, but here in this book it gives you a clear formula on how to paint like the various old masters. Using Titian as an example, it takes you through the technique of painting in grayscale, sometimes referred to as grisaille, through to glazing colours over the top of this grisaille. For skin tones, you effectively use yellow ochre and French vermilion. Then you lighten with white and darken with burnt umber, and repeat glazes over the top, once dry, as needed. He then explains the use of what is known as velatouras. This technique is used when applying paint to look like a kind of fog over an existing glaze. My interest in this book was solely focused on the painting of flesh tones, but Sheppard does deal with backgrounds too, and gives some nice ideas on composition and techniques, and the ordering of the layers that you might want to work in. I constantly refer back to the notes I have made on Titian painting in this book. I would say that this has helped me a great deal. I've known how the old masters paint for a long time and have read various books about this, but honestly something clicked when using this book as a guide to working through my own portraits and human form studies I paint. It's just very simple and clear, and the stage photographs at each point really help, and there are an abundance of those photographs in this book. At the back of the book, Sheppard also provides a glossary of terms that can blight the beginner, certainly when people throw these terms around on courses or videos you might watch on YouTube to help with your painting style. Here you can see what the terms mean, and more to the point, you can see what they mean when used in the context of an actual painting too. All in all, this book is really great. If you're looking for a way to learn a method to paint like the greatest artists of all time, then this book is a must, I think. What I like too is that you can mix and match with the techniques of the different old masters. It might be that the way you like to start a painting is like a Caravaggio, but the way in which you finish is more like a Rembrandt. In this way you can start to formulate your own methods for creating your own oil paintings. Sometimes an instructor is a great artist and doesn't really explain how to get the results that they are getting. Here I think we have both, a great artist and someone who can explain how to get the results. Don't get me wrong, it's still hard work that will achieve the desired painting in the end, but here you have a formula that will help towards success. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'll try to answer them. In the meantime, thanks for listening and see you soon.